Something inside. So at the end of the night. What's going on? What's going on? Y'all already know Venus Day Self-Love Collective Reading on this Friday. This is part 3 of the self-love spread or series that I'm doing here. The first one was just to see where we were at along our journey. The second one was the interview with the ego. And this one here is just a quick little alignment or seeing what alignment is needed between the head space and the heart space. So I'm just, gonna give it a few minutes before I jump in. Of course, y'all know Pandora's on in the background. That's how I shuffle. And I know y'all hear what's playing right now, Still at Night. So, getting us in the mood. R.I.P. to MJ, the great. Drinking some coffee right now because this energy has been heavy. And I know in my video earlier I stated how the moon was in Cancer, but it really wasn't in Cancer yet. It's on its way. It goes into Cancer tonight, but with what I do, we get the energy a little bit earlier than others. But either way, what comes out needs to come out. So that's the gist of it all. But with this spread tonight, as I stated, it is in regards to the head space and the heart space and what we need to do to bring them into alignment. And it's just a quick 3-question spread. Hey. A quick 3-question spread in which I'll be just using the archetypes deck to get the overall energy. I'll be using the Witch's Tarot to clarify. And then, of course, for the advice and guidance, the Work Your Light Oracle. So know that, time is fluid, so this could be something that you went through already, something that you're currently going through right now, or something that may be to come for you in the future. So just take it how it resonates. Anything else? As always, the messages and intention is set for those who need to hear a message at this time, no matter where you are on your journey. So, and just remember that it is general. It's not a personal. So don't get too fixated on, what comes out. If it's not your story, it ain't your story tonight. Whatever's whatever. But as I was shuffling, which is crazy, and prepping the cards, I received a card came out. I actually seen it first and then it came out from this archetypes deck. And being with the theme of the reading tonight is bringing the head and the heart space into alignment. The thread popped out, which I found it was kind of odd. I haven't read it to know the exact meaning of it, but I mean, if that ain't speaking on getting something into alignment, I don't know what is. So I left it out, so I will read that one. But also I'll see, what else is going to come out in regards to the energy and any other messages that we may need. That may be the only message, but we'll see. So I'm going to jump right in and see what this spread is hitting for tonight. No, you can do that though. I will put it on like 5 or like in between 3 and 5. Unless you're gonna stay right there. So yeah, let's see. In regards to the spread of the bringing the head space and the heart space into alignment, what overall message do we need for the collective? Know that this is just a general reading and it's not, sign specific. So we're just gonna see. Listen, I'll take that one because it wants to come out. Anything else? Any other messages we may need in regards to the alignment of the head and the heart space? I'll give it a couple more tries and see what comes out. And then we'll see why these are here. All right, one more. Oh, there we go. Oh, I seen that one too. That's crazy. I figured that. So, let's see. We got 4 cards, including the bottom, but let's see what's going on. And I definitely seen this card too. So, of course, I said the first card that we got just while I was shuffling was the thread. The overall energy is the mystic. And just, oh man, I love that picture of the butterfly. Love it, love it, love it. Then we got the castle. And then we have the mentor. So in regards to the head and the heart space, it's really, the head space is, what we know, what we think. Which can sometimes be overshadowed by how we feel and vice versa. The heart space is, what we feel, what goes on internally. The home, that's the heart space. So my purpose for doing this reading was because I know sometimes a lot of us have that, that conflict. We have that inner battle between what we know and what we feel. So in order to, make any rational decisions, you have to know how to make it from the headspace, but also bringing up the energy from the heart. So that's why I wanted to do this reading tonight. But we're gonna see, because just looking at it, it's, oh man, the energy is overwhelming right now. I'll say that, but I love it because this is where we need to be. We need to be on one accord, as you see here on this thread card, within ourselves. So I'll start with the overall energy, which is the mystic. And we'll go from there. So the bottom of the deck, overall energy, the mystic, the seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation, that butterfly. Hey boo, hey Cece. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in its throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's life's blood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. Listen, the more I use this deck, the more I love it because it's so self-explanatory. On top of, it's very I don't even know the word for it because I'm just overpowered by just the energy of this card. But you know, what do they say? Like, you know how a lot of us are afraid of the dark, but in order to see light, you have to be in the dark. Without darkness, there is no light. So, you know, like, that's just how I see things. But it's like, you want, if it was always light, how would you, you know, like, if it wasn't dark, how would you see the light? At too much light, sometimes, we know, like, even if you think of it in terms of the sun, if you stay out in the sun too long, like, eventually it's going to hurt, or you stare at it too long, it's going to hurt your eyes, or it's going to burn your skin, you know, if you stay out there too long. You need darkness. And it's like, we need to know how to integrate the darkness within us, because we have both light and dark. So, excuse me. So, you know, I'm just one that, you know, I love the dark. Like, that's where I feel like I get my power from, if you ask me. But, you know, we have to not be afraid of the dark. So, I love that. So, the next one we have is the thread. Let me just see where it is in this book. Let's see, but yeah, I like that. Love that. So the thread, the path, the vein, the circuit. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. I mean, there we have it. There we have it. Because truthfully, and that's basically stay in the heart. We need that. We need to, you know, work out of the heart space. It's nice to, you know, be able to think, use logic, but we need that heart space energy. And my throat chakra is like, So somebody may need to speak, talk something out. So now we're going to look at the castle. Which that one is just like, So the castle, the palace, the penthouse, the fortress. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ordinate wonders, and lavish adornments. Yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home or position that projects the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spells of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards, but it is best not to linger within the walls of decadent deception for too long. Yo, listen, if all of these readings that I've done so far in this series is not in alignment, because this is also speaking to the ego and the box that we live in of being attached to, people, places, and things. And status has been coming up so much, for so many of the readings. Like, people are not wanting to let go of things because of how it looks to others, to, how they think they look to others. Like, it's crazy. We have to get rid of that vanity because it ends up holding us back. In our head, we want, the accolades, but in our heart, we're not fulfilled. And what's the purpose of having all of that stuff, truthfully, when it doesn't make you feel good? It makes you look like, I mean, maybe that's just me personally, but I'm not one for having something for how it is going to look or how I think is going to portray myself to others. Because if that's not truly who I am, then what is it for? That's like damning your own spirit, like stepping on your own soul. Like, I'm not doing that for somebody to be like, oh, she got this or he got that. Like, never. But, I know it's a learning process. And I know a lot of this stuff comes from, things that we have been taught, things we have been told, things we have been shown. But it's like, no, that's not the way. It's okay to look good, and nobody's saying that you can't look good. But don't let that material be the reason why you feel good. Feel good, like, what did they say? Man made the money, money never made the man. Like, it's you that makes what you have, not what you have make you. Like, if that makes sense. I hope I said that right. But that's just, that's just how I see things. And, I know I'm already outside the box in my own right. But it's like, we all come from those environments where, that's what we see all the time. And the thing is, nobody's saying, like, don't consume. But it's knowing that you need to consume it, not it consume you. And that's a very fine line. But, we all have to learn, and we're all learning at our own pace. And that's fine. So lastly, we have the mentor. And I seen this part too as I was shuffling, like, yo, this is like, I had a feeling it was going to come out. But, we'll see. I mean, well, it's here, but let's see what it's here for. So the mentor, the teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into the shadow. So, boom. That's what it says. And that's like just keeping the balance. Just when you know that being you is ultimately what brings forth the true energy and what's needed to manifest the reality, that's you working out of your higher self, like your true self, which when you don't understand that, you end up working out of the ego. And like I said, it's a fine line. I mean, it says it right here, like you can be either or. It's all in finding that balance. And no, I know a lot of people see me, and this is just me personally. A lot of people see me and be like, oh, like, well, how does she know this? And who is she to say? I'm not saying anything that don't come out in these cards, and I'm not saying anything to anybody in any reading that you don't already know. So the fact that you may be repressing it, trying not to think about it, doesn't make me seem like the know-it-all. And I think a lot of people have that misconstrued. Like, I got my own life to work out at the end of the day. Like, I can't be worried about you. But if I know that I came here as a vessel to help, I can only bring it into your awareness. I can't do it for you. Like, that's it. And that's all that I do. Like, so I just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there because, a lot of people get shit twisted. And I'm like, nah, But as like, I'm here to, really be a mentor. And I don't work out of my lower chakras. I'm a person that, and if you personally know me, I just say what it is. It is what it is. If you don't like it, that don't have nothing to do with me. And if you like it, you love it, you come back for more. That's just what it is. Because anybody, like I said, that knows me knows that you can come to me for any type of advice or ask me any question. And even if I don't know it, if there's something that I don't know, I'll become the student with you. Because now you done piqued my interest, and now I want to know too. Whether I can use the information right now, that doesn't matter to me. I can always store it away because I never know when I'm going to need it again. But that, that's just me. Like, I'm not one, I would never hinder myself from a learning opportunity. I'll say it like that. I don't ever think that I know it all. I don't want to know it all. I want to know that every day I wake up, I can learn something new. So that's how I strive, and that's how I wake up every day, even if it's something so small. Y'all see me in the readings when I read these cards. There was a word in the book that I've been trying to get forever. And it was like, once I got it, boom. I had it. Like, we're moving on. Like, I was struggling over this one word for so long, but when I finally got it, like, I took it, like, I never knew that's how it was spelled because of how we say it. It threw me off. But I learned something that small. For that, it was more than what I knew yesterday. So that's how I look at life. But moving on, we're going to see, what's going on. And look, bottom of the tarot deck, we got the Fool. And this came out in the reading earlier. Like, it's either with the way that I'm doing the spread, it's either we are ready to take this leap, or there may be some fear behind stepping into the unknown. But we'll see. We will see. So the first question, because there's 3 questions, is not where, but what's going on? Listen, either way, the only thing you could do is learn. Step out on fear or step out on faith. You're bound to land. Where you land, that's on you. And that's how people got to think about it. But don't be scared. If you jump off with fear, you're going to land in a fearful situation. But if you jump off with faith, hey, you're going to land, you're going to land. Yep, and that's the thing. You have to be okay with that. And a lot of people are not okay with stepping out into the unknown because they feel like they're going to be looked at like this and looked at like that. Trust me. I'm to the point where I don't care. Look at me however you want. This is my life. This is my journey. And people going to talk. And that is something that you have to get over. It's something that I had to get over as well. So like I said, I don't like to exclude myself from these readings because I'm part of the collective. And I know, I go through these things. We're all human. We all go through these experiences. It's just at different times, different ways. So we have to stop acting like one person don't go through something because of what they see or how, no. So the first question is, what's going on in the headspace currently? So what's going on in the headspace currently of the collective? Yo, these cards is already talking. I'm not going to take these two because they just slid off. And we get some more. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Alright, so we got the headspace out. So, for the headspace, the overall energy is, look at this. The Three of Swords. Feeling like it could be mental pain. You could have went through something that, it could have truly be like a heartbreak. Or you could be experiencing, it's something as simple as a goddamn headache right now. But it's pain, it's hurt. Right now in the headspace. Mental anguish, that's what I want to say. So coming out first, we have everything is fine, which is the Ten of Swords, but in this deck, this one is the everything is fine. Then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Moon. And then up under that, we have Strength, the Star, and the Four of Pentacles. Which right off the bat, like this right here shows me like in the headspace, you're pretending that everything is fine. And you're trying to hold on and be strong and, keep under, control what you're feeling. But this, look, come on now. Everything is not fine with 10 swords stuck in you. You feel me? Then you got 3 more over here, like, And this is that no judgment, but this is, to anyone, but this is what's currently going on in heart space. Like I said, if this ain't for you, it ain't your reading, definitely feel free to click off. But what else is there is like, it's like with the Page of Pentacles, either you're fighting the need to self-reflect, to really assess your situation. And then with the Star, it's like by you avoiding this reflection is blocking your healing. And if you are actively, doing this right now, taking an assessment, looking over yourself, you're headed towards this healing as the Star, And also the Page of Pentacles, and like all pages represents like student energy, learning something. So someone, or someone could be teaching you, you could be coming into some information. Because right now, with the Moon, you could be holding on to illusions. There could be some secrets, and I say holding on because right up under the Moon, we have the Four of Pentacles. And look how she's holding on to that pentacle. Like, and that's why I say if everything ain't fine, why you acting like it is, It's okay. It's not to say like, I really don't even know how to say this because I was thinking about this earlier. Like, people get it misconstrued when like, if you're going through something, you're supposed to look like what you're going through. They expect it to show, like if you're going through something fucked up, it's supposed to show on the outside. But it doesn't always have to, because it's not what you're going through, is how you get through it. So it doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. And, and this is just my opinion, what it looks like on the outside is how do you feel on the inside, which is exactly why I chose to do this spread tonight. But it's like, yeah, you could be holding on to, an illusion of something. Feeling like, or, if you're down to this Four of Pentacles, how somebody's going to look at you. Like, no. I keep saying, and I'll say it again, rock bottom is the most beautiful place to be. There's nowhere else for you to go once you're there at rock bottom. So, we're going to take a look at the heart space, because in the head space it's like you're trying not to look at something and you're trying to be strong, you know, but it's kind of like holding you back from healing. So what's going on in the heart space? What's going on in the heart space for the collective right now? What's going on in the heart space? Oh, y'all see, and that I feel that from this Four of Pentacles over here, y'all covering that heart up. What's going on in the heart space? 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 Look, listen. One more, please. So in the heart space right now, overall energy is the Nine of Wands. So it's either you're being defensive about what you're feeling, or you're trying to protect what you may be feeling. Like just, you know, this is considered like the wounded warrior. So you could just be truly like closing your heart off, you know, and feeling like, nah, I'm not letting nobody in. Or, you know, you could be avoiding looking at your feelings in the, like that too. So see what we got. We got the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and Judgment. Yup, guarded, hella guarded. Yup. So just looking at these cards, it's like you trying not to look at how your heart is actually feeling. Like you're thinking about it and you're feeling it. And it's like you are refusing to look at your heart space. Like this is, I mean, what they consider to be a self-imposed mental prison. So the only way that I could put it is like you're it's like I feel like a dragging of what you're thinking down to your heart, and then or dragging it, like that's just what I feel like. It's kind of like this thread, like look how they're pulling on that thread, like I don't know, you're pulling down what you're thinking into the heart space, but because it's like you don't want to open your heart, you're just keeping that pain fluctuating between the two. That's what I feel when you know the truth. The Ace of Swords is here. You know what the truth is. You're telling me that you have the capacity in your heart, like you know what the truth is, or what you're feeling is the truth. And up under that, we got the Ace of Wands. Like you know what you're passionate about. That's exactly what this is. So it's like go with it. Like, and it's kind of like I still see like with her being blindfolded on this Eight of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. It's saying like, remove that blindfold. Use this Ace of Swords, which makes the Nine of Swords, which shows the anxiety that you even may be in. But use this Ace of Swords to cut yourself free. The truth, if this ain't the truth will set you free, I don't know what is. Like, that's exactly what this is right here. And it's like in order to do that, you have to look at your emotions. Like, look at how she's looking at this cup. Look at the care, like, look at how she's holding it. Look at how she's touching it. Look at how the water is rushing at her feet. Like, come on, this is crazy. And it's like, you need to make that decision to use your higher self. Go into your higher self to rectify this energy. Like, this is crazy. Judgment is here, like, because, like, basically you're restricting yourself from what you love. And it could be a person, place, or thing. It doesn't have to specifically be, just one thing. It could be a multitude of things. But it's like you're restricting yourself from what you know and what you feel. Like, I mean, maybe it's because of, like, me being a Cancer that I can't do nothing without taking my feelings into consideration. But I know, everyone is different. And, but it's like you being guarded ain't gonna help you. It's not gonna help. And it's like the universe may be even coming down. Like, normally this is someone, like, blowing that horn. Normally there is a horn on the judgment card, but it's like, the universe is trying to call out to you so that you can step into your power. So you can see what, it's time to make that judgment call. In so many words, it's time to make that decision to go with what what you're feeling. You got 2 aces here. Seriously, wow. So lastly, the last question is, how do we bring this into alignment? So between the head space and the heart space for the collective, how do we bring these into alignment? How are we to bring this into alignment? How are we to align? Listen. How are we to bring this into alignment? It's too many. Give me 2 more, please. Wow, I'm loving this spread, like, so much. 1 more, please. All right, so basically, bottom of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles. So to bring, your head and your heart space into alignment is to, like, stop overanalyzing it, okay? Whether you're going to gain, what you're going to gain, what you may lose, what you could do. Stop overanalyzing the situation. Being that this is Pentacles, your decision, may be because you may be tied so heavily to the physical and material realm. And it's like, don't let that be the deciding factor between what you know and what you feel. Like, don't overanalyze it. Normally the 7 of Pentacles is like a waiting energy, but for the purposes of this spread, it's like, no, you're looking over here. Like, oh, well, if I decide to do that, that's what I think I'll get. Or if I do this, like, it doesn't make any sense. But don't let this be your deciding factor, what monetary gain or loss you're going to get. Then we have the Magician with the King of Cups. the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Cups, sorry, and then the Lovers. So with the Magician here, it's showing me to bring it into alignment, you got all of the tools you already need. You have the logic. You have the tangible part of it. Your emotions are there. And then you have the wand to go ahead and create what you want. Don't fear that you're going to have to, your decision is like, oh, if I'm going to lose this, like I just said with that Seven of Pentacles. Use what you already have. You already have everything that you need to go ahead and make the balanced decision. And that means with the King and the Queen of Cups here, it's like, stop overanalyzing, what you feel, and step into in your feminine energy and bring in the masculine part of it, which is actually the action part. Like, don't just sit in it. Cause that's just what I see. Like, you're just sitting in it. It's like, no, get up, use your masculine power, whether you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter. Because we all have masculine and feminine. It's like, use the power to go ahead and create what you want. You have the Ace of Wands here. But it's all in, bringing it into balance. Step into that masculine energy. Because right now you're mulling over in the heart space your feelings, over analyzing it. And it's like, no. Put some masculine behind it. Put some action behind it. Because when you do, like, you'll be at the Three of Cups. Like, you see that as, this is like the party inside. The celebration inside. Uniting that energy to bring you this feeling. And honestly, the thing is, like, you have to make the conscious decision to do it, though, with the Lovers being here. Because the Lovers is the choice. Like, you have a choice. And it's like, yeah, we all have free will to do what we want to do. But unless you want to stay feeling like this, you have to make that judgment call. You have to make that decision. This is a lot of mental, like, only word I can think of to describe it is like anguish or agony. Because you're sitting there trying not to bring your feelings into something that you feel, whatever it may be, really passionate about. And it's like, come on, you know the truth. You know the truth. It's like, follow your heart, follow your passion. But make the conscious decision to do it. I'm telling you, because also with Judgment here, if you don't make it, the universe will make it for you. And I would rather make it myself. And it's not, it is a process. It's not easy. I won't say, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's easy, because it's not. But sometimes you'll be put into a situation to where, like, if you don't make a decision, your life can depend upon it. So it's like, If you need to get a mentor, talk to somebody. If you're worried about, like, you're losing home, telling you take that full energy that we started with at the bottom of the deck, you take that leap of faith, you're bound, I swear the universe will catch you. It won't let you fall if you show them, like, yo, I'm willing to give up everything to chase what I feel is right, to do what I feel is right, to do what you know is right. And trust me, I'm a walking testimony to this shit. Seriously, but I don't want nobody feeling, it's a lot of these, like, I think the worst swords is out here right now. But you got the main one. Set yourself free. You know the truth. You're holding it. So that you can get this new beginning by following your passion. And it's like the logic comes with it. It comes with it. So that was the end of the deck. And the end of the spread. So we're going to move into the guidance or advice. And this is just at the bottom of the deck. It's like I always keep telling people, we got a purpose here. And the bottom of this deck is Pleiades. It's a double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I'm telling y'all, when you do this work, it begins to show. When you work on the inside, it'll show on the outside, so that you could show other people what is going on, why it's going, what it looks like to truly harness happiness. And it's not even to show what it looks like, but it's the vibration you'll give off once you're walking in that energy. Like, we have to strip the vanity off. But we're just going to grab the guidance or advice to take with us on. Yeah, I'm back. I'm noticing that they give me about 40 minutes with this dumbass Wi-Fi from Spectrum before it does that little flip with these new modems. But I'm glad I caught that, because I'm about to call and let them know what the hell is going on, because these new modems suck. I don't understand why it needs to flip between the 2 and the 5G when the video is already on live. It doesn't make any sense. But let's see. What guidance or advice do we need to take with us in regards to, best rectify or utilize this energy? And just know that this is something that you've already done, that has energy that has passed for you. Is basically saying that, you followed your truth. No matter how you were thinking about it, feeling about it, you went with what you felt was true and right for you, and that made you the magician. So you were the magician. You used what you had, to get what you want. So, and definitely, so we got 2 cards here, and the bottom of the deck is share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. Then we also got the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. And then we got dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So, where is my card? So I'm just going to read these off. And then we'll go ahead and end the reading, because I don't want to take up too much time on your Friday nights. So share your voice. Take notice of what's in front of you, 'cause they make sure you got to miss it. And then listen, Alicia Keys, you don't know my name. Listen, you was the best. You don't know your name, girl. You better get moving. Sorry. Let me stop. But share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold the deep truth within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, but we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truthfully life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we as we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. I just said that. Up under that, I'm not going to read it, but it's here is leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Said that too. Like, let's get it, y'all. So the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day soon you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. Hey, yes, I know you heard it. Frequency, freaking going in a day. Listen to what Chris Brown's about to say in this song. This is Indigo. Never tell me, baby, open my third eye. That's my baby. Open your eyes. I found my love. I look around and the green rolled up in leaves, yellow mood ring, purple light like a beam. I dream in indigo. And look, it's a blue day. It's time. The blue was coming through earlier and it's still coming through right now with this indigo, which represents the throat chakra. Speak your truth. It's everything. Walk in it, speak in it, live it. It is everything. It's everything. And then we all know how Chris Brown likes to dance, so let's see what Dance with Life is. Do something to change your energy. Come on now. Breezy always come through. Oh my third eye. And I've been dancing all day. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all life. One of the best ways to shift your energy frequency and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. Listen. Hey, I can't. I've been feeling it all day. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck. I gotta show y'all this again. I can't even grab the cards in my little hands. Get unstuck. Set yourself free by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with this systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. Yes, girl. I'm telling you, this morning, I woke up on 10. I wake up on 100 every day, just about. But it's like, today was different. And I noticed, in the midweek reading, the shift in the energy. And it was like, when you get shit like that, just go, you gotta go learn how to go with the flow. Because not going with the flow is why we're being met with so much resistance. Right, so we have to, get in alignment. Get in alignment. Don't play tug of war with your head and your heart. And like the quote says, use your brain, or follow your heart, but take your brain with you. It ain't the other way around. Follow your brain and then follow your heart and bring your brain with you. Because the tug of war that's going on, it just leaves you conflicted. So I loved it. Y'all already know. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. Venus Day. As I said, everybody be careful. It's a lot of sexual energy running around. But just be safe, Be safe, and I'll say it again like I said it in the last one. You get some for me too, because I'm being good over here. But yes, so thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and just enjoy the rest of this Friday night, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend as well. And I'll see y'all for the midweek check-in next week. So thank you. I hope it resonated for some. Definitely feel free to like and leave a comment. But I will see y'all on the next midweek check-in. Enjoy. Later.